Okay, guys, what we're working with today is that web page we did last class with the car images, or whatever images you used, along with the menu bar up top. So if you open up the code of that, we need to make a few changes. First, anything that has anything to do with any formatting, get rid of. So the only thing I have are some line breaks, these BR. So I'm going to delete that. So what we're going to do, we're going to move towards controlling our website, the way it looks, using CSS now. So the first thing we need to do is add a few items to our web page, since we're getting a little more advanced. First thing we want to do is we're going to add a new line up above, doc type just HTML. That way the computer knows a little more about what we're up to. So this just gives the computer more information that it's definitely an HTML page, as if line 2 didn't. But then more specifically, if you go into line 4, we need to add the following. Style is text CSS. So once you have that, go ahead and save it. If you refresh your page, you might see some changes, but that's neither here nor there. Now the next thing we're going to do is add a new tag. It's going to be what's called a div tag. div and \div. And this is just like a division within the page that we can use to set things up. The div tag by itself doesn't really do much, so we're going to have to make it a little more, add a little more to it in a second. So go ahead and then add these to the rest of your images. Okay, so I put div tags around all of them, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to treat my menu item here like it's all one item. So I'm going to wrap the whole thing in a div tag.
Quinn Cotton, please come to the main office. Quinn Cotton, to the main office, please.
So you'll notice this is all set up under one div. Now to separate these, we're going to have to give them all class names, such as class equals menu. Here I'll do class equals BMW. And fill in the rest yourself. Okay, so notice I've got all the different classes spelled out for each div. Now up top, I'm going to go into my style sheet area, give myself some room here. So I have div.menu, and then add these for all the new div types. Once you have those added, we can then format them for placement. And to do that, I'm in the CSS positioning page, CSS, then you hit positioning, and I'm going to start with fixed positioning. I'm going to copy these 3 items, and fixed positioning, just like it sounds, means that we put it in a fixed place. So what this means, position fixed, it's going to be in one place, 30 px from the top, meaning from the top down it's going to start 30 pixels and right from the right menu, or 5 pixels to the right of the left edge of the screen. So I'm going to see if I can't get that over to 500. Go ahead and save it and take a look. So here's what mine looks like. The div, all it did was put them in separate, one on top of each other, because I haven't really specified anything, but it did move this over. So it should be down from the top, 30 or whatever we had, and then 500 over. Now I'm going to check this also in Internet Explorer, because sometimes websites look different. But I think when we added this doc type and this style sheet, that might be more for Internet Explorer, because doesn't play as well with the rest of the world since it's a Microsoft product. Okay, what I'm going to do to make life a little easier is I'm going to make my images a little smaller. So they're going to be 100 pixels by 100 pixels. Save it. Take a look again. Alright, that's a little easier to work with, so I can get it all on one screen. And now I'm going to copy these position items, throw it in here for each one, and then go ahead and make some changes, otherwise they'll all be on top of each other. So my changes might be, I'm going to move them down a little bit lower. And take a look. If I was to leave this as 7500 pixels, it won't show up on the screen unless you have a big ass monitor. So I'll put that back at 750. There we go. And in Chrome, looks good. All right, go ahead and do the same.